Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Cool Talk Live, brought to you by Brown's Heating and Air, with your host, Brandon Brown.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air. Hope you're listening live. If not, make sure you find us on all your podcast applications, Spotify, Apple. We are live today, and it is July. I can't believe it's already July. It definitely feels like it here in Bedford, Virginia. If you're not listening local, we're in the mid-90s. Feels like, 100 and some, Woody? It is 150. It is crazy outside. But we are excited today to have a couple guests that one I had before on my podcast. If you listened back on earlier episodes about the Gauntlet, I have Shannon here. Who's going to, now that Gauntlet has been done and some winners named, we want to kind of go over that, what the Gauntlet is and what it does, the different unique things she found this year that were promoted or that who won and what it was about. But and also then we'll get into her new career and where it has led her to, which is a really pretty cool connecting story. So welcome, Shannon.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's
thanks
great
for
to
coming
be back again.
That is awesome. So how did the Gauntlet go this year?
Man, it went great. It was definitely a success. We had 56 businesses compete for over $300,000 worth of
56
cash and
businesses.
in-kind business. Yep.
Is that average of did it beat last year's number, 56 or?
I think it was right about the same, but last year was unique because that's when COVID hit halfway through the program.
That's right.
So this year we had 140 entrepreneurs enter, 56 moved on to the competition.
Nice.
And it was very exciting.
So in the Gauntlet, they have to enter something that they've created, correct? Like an invented or a business model that they've come up with that hopefully has not been seen before, I guess?
I wouldn't say it hasn't been seen before. You know, it could be something that exists, but maybe not in this part. It could be of the world or the nation. It could be something that does exist, but there's still a need for more of it. So there's a wide variety of business ideas that come through and a wide variety of stages. Maybe It's just a napkin idea.
Okay.
Or maybe they're up and operating and looking to get a bigger boost.
Sweet. So the 56, they get to 56, and how do they get to the end or to the finalist? Is it a final 3, 5, or out of the 56, or just one winner out of 56?
So the way that it works is after the 10 weeks of the business program, which happens once a year, so it'll start again in February. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to want to check it out, The Gauntlet. It is a program by a nonprofit called the Advancement Foundation. So it's 10 weeks. You write your business plan. And we had 56 businesses who chose to submit that plan. So it was judged by local business leaders. And then 26 of those businesses moved on to the finals. So they got to go, unfortunately, not face-to-face this year, but virtually. They got to pitch their idea to local economic developers and from their region. So now these economic developers know about these businesses and they know ways that they can support them. And from there, everyone is ranked 1 to 56. So if you enter the competition, you're going to walk out with something.
Wow. Okay. So there's prizes for the 56.
If you enter the competition, you win something. We get cash and in-kind prizes. The cash usually stays towards the top. That platinum level receives the cash, but everyone else, the in-kind prizes were incredible. We're talking about leadership development, marketing services, whether you need a website built or social media management, you're going to get the connect that you need.
Oh, that is awesome. So then you get the ranked, and then so that's basically you get in, you give them your plan, you go through the 10 weeks, and if you're ranked first, like I guess a couple of them that made the top 4 or 5 this year, did any of them stand out to you different? That's something that's not around here, I'm sure, since they got ranked first, but what was it that the top 2 or 3 that made it, or the ideas? Can you tell us about them, or who won it? Or
Yeah, I think they were in high demand. You know, our top winner was Candace Monaghan. She was on the podcast Chamber Vibes with Wendy Gaylor, and she is with Beaver Dam Sunflower Farms. And she's been doing this incredible festival. So for her to receive first place was truly incredible because she passes the love along. She has, I believe, close to 100 vendors who come in, and for most of them, this is their largest source of revenue is this festival.
Wow.
So that was really incredible. We've got 5E Farms out in Allegheny Highlands, and we had Inspired to Enhance Allison Duvall. So she is opening up. She just opened her second shop. She's a beauty salon.
Nice.
And then she's working towards creating a school that can feed into her salon. And she recently just located to a much larger location in Valley View. So these people are on the track to exponential growth.
That's great. So the number one person this year was, how much did she win? Is it a dollar? I saw it.
I think she was like 26,000.
I thought it was a big check.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So she can put that towards building her festival, I guess, is that how she won because of the festival?
She didn't win because of the festival.
I mean, that's what she entered the business plan of that?
She's got a lot of things she's doing. Like she wants to do, sunflower seed oil.
Okay.
And she's started really branching out. So it's not just the festival. She's really doing a lot of community development within her business as well. And the way that the competition and the awards works is that we would receive a list of what these small businesses want, what they need. Okay. And then we have all of our prizes. So we match them up, the needs to the prizes. And so everyone gets something that matches for what their need is.
That is awesome. So yes, if you're an entrepreneur, I hate that word.
I know, it's weird. It's weird.
Definitely got to enter because everybody's eligible. If you have a business plan, you can enter it.
That's right.
Even if you don't win the first, you get a lot of good education. I got a lot of good tips, I guess, through their 10 weeks?
Yep, 10 weeks program.
They go through the program, so they get a lot of help on their business plan. I guess they're how to do financials and stuff like that. Does that kind of help? Okay.
HR, legal, finances, operations, market analysis. Who is your customer? So I had one reporter ask, well, what happened to the other people that didn't enter the competition? And what happens is there are some people, I would say about 30% realize, holy crap, this isn't for me. Or I don't even have a target market, or there isn't a need for what I want to do. And that's one of the best things that you can do is find that out earlier as opposed to later.
Yes, that's true.
And then there are others who come through and they're like, I learned so much. I don't want to compete this year. I want to use the next year to really get my business off the ground, come back through and have an even more solid business plan.
That is awesome. Is there an entry fee for people that want to enter the Gauntlet?
Yeah, it's $249 for the business classes. So $249, 10 classes. That's like less than $25 a class. Yeah. You get paired up with at least one, if not 2 or 3 mentors from your area that can guide you. They can be your point person for any questions or challenges you might have. And it's just a huge network.
That's cheap.
I know.
They get back tenfold, I think, on that. No matter how far you get, that 10-week class will give you back tenfold in your business and learning it.
That's what they all say. They love it. That is
awesome. So this Gauntlet led you to a new, I guess, adventure in your life. And I guess you're probably, out of all of them you've been through, you picked your favorite to go work for.
It didn't quite happen like that. Although, how did that happen? My favorite. So I had, there's one business coming through, and we had met before the Gauntlet through Latinas Network, which is recently, we just founded that in October of last year. And she ended up bringing her business through the Gauntlet, and I just love what she does and why she does it. And it just happened to be that once the Gauntlet ended, she landed a couple of really big contracts and was able to offer me a job as her director of operations.
That's awesome.
And
are you the first full-time employee for her?
First full-time employee.
Okay.
So once I picked my jaw up off the ground, I was like, yes, please. I would love to go on this adventure and be a part of this.
That's awesome. So that leads us into our other guest, and her name is Bonnie. And she is the founder of Building Beloved Communities. And I'm going into this as new as well as anybody that's listening about the business. We want to learn. Thanks for joining us, Bonnie, and coming in. We want to learn, one, about you, where you're from, how did this come about, and then how the Gauntlet experience, what it taught you, and then what Building Beloved Communities is and how people can help.
That's awesome.
So it's
Thank
a lot
you.
of information, a lot of questions, but first
And
tell
you
us
gotta-
about you.
You got to
and-
tell them about the background of the name because
Yeah.
I love that.
And the
Where
background
did you
of the
get
name, so-
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Where are you from and what got you into where you are right now?
Sure. So first I'll start by recovering from blushing because when when Shannon introduces me that way, I just light up because I love working with her and I love the work that I do. So let's start with the beginning.
Yeah.
So I am from New Mexico. I was born and raised in southern New Mexico, moved to the big city after university, which is Albuquerque, and I started building beloved communities as a consulting business after a layoff in corporate America. I was in healthcare for a while, and I was at a local pub, which was so gracious to me. It's Red Door Brewing Company. They would let me come in early and sit at tables and work on my business plan and just so I could get out of the house. And they were fantastic. And what I did was it really was on a napkin, my business plan, and then eventually a 99-cent notebook, and then eventually on a laptop. And so building beloved communities is consulting, but the name came from Dr. Martin Luther King's 1967 Christmas Eve speech. And it's because his version of beloved community as defined by the King Foundation is a world without poverty, bigotry, racism, sexism, any isms, because homelessness or hunger, because the international standards of human decency just won't allow it.
Right.
And
right.
I was like, how do I get on board with that vision? Like, how do I make
I
that
had chills.
happen?
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's
That's like my favorite.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and so you think about it, it's like I was laid off from corporate America. I had these business skills in nonprofit I used to work in a nonprofit sector. I volunteered on boards, and I've also done high-level executive work for, Fortune 10 and Fortune 50 companies. And so how do you make that vision come true? And so it came to me, it sounds funny, but in a pub on a napkin, which is do consulting and support nonprofits to galvanize them so they can actually solve what they are trying to accomplish in the world. And then the second thing is work with small businesses to really do operational and efficiency for them, but with a really strong philanthropic component. How do you not only streamline your operations, maximize your profit, but also support your community and nonprofits in your local area and help your overall, everyone. And then I do executive coaching as well. And so part of the executive coaching in the contract is once you have gone through my program, the expectation is that you coach someone behind you that's looking for a mentor, and you teach them the principles that I taught you or what you learned. And a lot of that is that philanthropic component. Like, how can you give back to your community? How can you volunteer? How can you really do good in the world? And so what we are doing is galvanizing nonprofits, helping small businesses do the good work in the community in a streamlined, effective, coordinated way, and helping individuals not only level up with executive coaching and in their chosen field, because I love working with women, specifically women of color, but like really get them out there.
Yeah,
But all are welcome.
No, yeah, definitely.
And
Definitely.
also at the same time, like, how can you as the
Right.
individual, build up your beloved community? So
Right.
that's how it's
Man, that is awesome. How old is your business here in Virginia? How long?
It's brand new in Virginia. So it started in New Mexico, and it was, like a solopreneur, like one person show. And it was, it was still like in like a small business sole proprietorship. And then when I moved to Virginia this January of 2021, I was able to make it into its own LLC.
Okay.
So that is how it started. So total, it's been about 2.5, almost 3 years old.
Okay.
But
2.5, but 2020 doesn't count.
Yeah, 2020 totally doesn't count.
What year did you go through the gauntlet or enter the gauntlet?
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was
That is great.
She came from New Mexico to Virginia in March of 2020.
Oh, and then it just
So she got here and everything shut down.
wow.
So
and that's
way
got
to bring a business.
Yeah, that was a stressful time to move. Not only move, but try to start a business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and then leave everything and move that far away. That's great. So how did the gauntlet go for you? How did it go? What did you learn? I'm sure it was a successful adventure for you. No matter what, you probably learned a lot through it.
Sure, it was a lot of fun. So I did learn a lot. I really wanted to meet other people in the business community and like the upcoming business community, because I figured we were all going to grow together. And there's a couple of interesting stories about that, which we could talk about later. But it was getting to know people.
Oh, no, we should talk about that now.
Yeah.
We should talk about that now because I know what
please.
she's talking about. Tell us about the other business that went through the Gauntlet, Bonnie. What's up with you guys now?
Now
What's
I'm
going on?
totally-
Did you meet the love of your life?
I did meet the love of my life.
Oh, man, the Gauntlet.
She's so red. I wish I could see it.
Wow, the Gauntlet has brought on a lot for you. That's great.
It really has. Like everyone, I'm like putting purified water on my face as we speak because I am blushing so hard.
Uh-oh.
So yes, the CEO of Elder Care Solutions, Kim Whiter, was another participant of the Gauntlet, and we started talking because of the Gauntlet. Like we were in a small networking group, like the little tables,
Building your
Right.
business plan group.
Yes, and yeah, like let's oh hey, I need help with this, and so we would like literally have these sessions where I would go to her house or we'd meet somewhere and we would just crank out sections of the business plan.
Wow. That's
And,
awesome.
Yeah, so it was like we really worked really hard, and so I always teased that like the final ceremonies of the Gauntlet where we had all the prize given, like all of the awards, I felt like that was our prom, which was really funny because we got dressed up and we got to go out. So it was really great. So yes, I've met the love of my life through the Gauntlet, and I have my very first employee who I deeply respect, Shannon, and it was just this wonderful thing for my personal self and my work self.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So that brought the Gauntlet brought you a lot of good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to be here that long, get someone to hire. Did it bring the contracts as well that you have acquired, like business, the work? Did you get that through the Gauntlet as well?
Well, I'm so glad you asked because of, the esteem and recognition. We got a really wonderful contract that I would like Shannon to talk about. And it's a wonderful, beautiful partnership. And just for my own self, like I love Fleet Feet here in Roanoke because they are very soul oriented, and no pun intended. That was really funny. So they sell the running shoes, and they also contribute to the community. That was pretty good.
That is good.
But I'll let her talk about it because it's incredible what they want to do, how they want to do it, and the scale at which they want to do it. So take it away.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, so first contract coming into building beloved communities, and my socks are knocked off. So Fleet Feet has a nonprofit, which is kind of what you were talking about. They've got this philanthropic arm. It's called Project Forward.
Okay.
So they started this initiative. It's called the Back to School Shoes Project. They
Nice.
partnered up with Roanoke City Schools. There are 14,000 students that go to the schools, and this is insane, but 8,000 of those 14,000 students have identified as economically disadvantaged.
That's horrible.
So
It's so sad.
I know, and it's such a large number. There are 500 homeless children
That's
in Roanoke
75%,
City.
isn't it? Well,
It's 58%, I think.
60-some%.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so what they're doing is they're linking up and partnering with Roanoke City Schools through their extravaganza, where they'll get to these students will receive backpacks and school supplies. Well, Fleet Feet will also be there, and they will do fittings for every child. And these children will leave with a brand new pair of brand name shoes, along with a pair of socks. And the cost, because they're working with so many vendors, is $30 per pair of shoes.
Wow.
So our goal is to raise $240,000 in less than 8 weeks, and we are at about 60,000 right now, a little bit under 60. So we've got some work to do, but
It'll be done. We got to get
amazing
this out.
partnerships.
Yes, we definitely got to get this out to. And so anybody that can help is who can they contact for this project or how to help?
Yeah, the best thing to do is to go to fleetfeetroanoke.com, and under their community tab, you'll see Project Forward, and you can donate right there. So they do pub runs every Tuesday evening at Big Lick Brewing Company in downtown Roanoke. And we were there last night. It was incredible. Everyone wants to be a part of it. And $30 to put a pair of brand new shoes.
Yeah, you can't beat it. No.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So we had
Well,
people coming by. They were buying 10 for $300. They're like, this is great. And we've got raffles.
Yeah.
So you
I'll
can
make
win
sure
stuff.
Brown's Heating and Air gets on and donates this week for
Thank
that. We will
you.
definitely make a
Awesome.
donation to that.
I appreciate
really
that.
awesome.
That's amazing. I'd like to help. And then, so they do the shoes, and then they also have things you said with backpacks and stuff, or just is just a shoe one.
Well, what it is Roanoke City Public Schools puts on an extravaganza
Okay.
for their students. So when they come in, they normally pick up a backpack and they normally pick up school supplies.
Okay.
This year, there's the added benefit
Of
of
the
Fleet
shoe.
Feet coming in, and so they'll leave with a brand new pair of shoes. Because, I mean, growing up, we weren't rich by any means, but we always had a brand new pair of shoes for school.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
want to make sure everyone else gets that too.
And that's the kids' biggest worry. First day of school is what am I wearing, the shoes. So you know, and you hear it all the time. You know, I want to make sure I wear something so I don't get picked on. You know, and you hate to
I
hear
know.
that. And
Yeah.
that's a great event. I'm glad. Great, congratulations on that contract.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like
and-
way to come in
yeah.
with such a like I get
Yeah.
paid to help put shoes on children. Yes, please give
Yes,
me more
please.
of this.
Yes, that is awesome. And then what was there another? Can you say what the other contract is, or what you'll
Yeah.
be doing on that one, or
so
no?
the other one is really cool too because it's with Allison Duvall with Inspire to Enhance. So she's got the beauty salon.
Okay.
So she opened up one location in Salem, one in Lexington, has relocated her salon in Salem to Valley View Mall,
Okay.
which is a huge location.
Mm.
She's going to be able to host up to 16 stylists and barbers. And she's looking to start a cosmetology school that can feed in to not just her salon, but to others as
Yeah.
well. So we're helping her
Teaching
scale
young
that.
kids out of school, and that's what we need. We're struggling on trade schools on our end, heating and air, plumbing, electrical. And I'm telling people, if you know, the college is great, but if you one, you can't afford it, or two, you really don't want to go back to school, get into something, hair,
Exactly.
nursing, get a trade because you can get paid really good, and a lot of times the schooling gets paid for you through grants and scholarships. You don't have a lot of debt, college debt.
Exactly. You're
So-
ahead because you're not having hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay back.
Right. So
Mhm.
she trying to raise money to get the school built. Is that
No, she's not raising any money. We're just doing consulting with her at this point.
Yeah.
She's really involved in the community and developing the community and making sure that she has an impact.
okay?
So I'm sure that we'll be working with her because that's one thing that I like about building beloved communities is the solutions we offer are community centered.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the first policies that Bonnie encouraged me to write when I first came on was how do we spend our money? And we
Right.
started listing who are the small business owners, minority, gay-owned, color-owned businesses. And what we want to do is start collecting metrics. So we're going to have a little Google form where every time we take someone out for a lunch or coffee or dinner, we pop it into that Google form. And at the end of the year, we'll be able to look back and say, wow, we supported 127 local businesses. We were able to invest this amount of money back into the businesses.
Right.
And then we want to end up helping other businesses to develop similar policies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great
Oh, I
great
love
hire
it.
for you.
Dynamic duo.
It's
And
gonna
we've
be-
already got our signature.
I can-
high
I can already tell it's definitely great goals and a great view for your company and a great future. That is awesome. We need to get your name. All we need to do is get it built out because it is kind of new in this area, but we need to get it built out. So who are you focusing that you want to get in front of? Other nonprofits, business owners looking to help support nonprofits, or who are you looking to if people are listening here now, like who are you looking forward to get in front of and take
Yeah.
to lunch?
I'm going to say the answer is yes.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
thinking. I was like, everyone?
Anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you need our help, just call us because we try to work with you, whatever your budget is. We've got a personal trainer who's developing their business and they're looking into hiring us.
Yeah.
Bonnie landed a huge contract in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Where
So you're going to
she
be
is-
traveling a little bit.
No, it's all
No.
remote, right?
It's
I mean, I
virtual.
will.
It's definitely
Is it on the water?
There's no
Is
water.
there
No,
water?
wait a minute. I'm thinking Cancun, Mexico. I don't know why I'm talking about that.
yeah.
I'm thinking
Not
like
that one.
Cancun. Let's go to a resort and work.
Oh yeah,
not
we
New
could
Mexico.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like retreat. Yes.
Yeah, retreat.
Yeah, the
That's-
nice part is it is in Taos, New Mexico,
Okay.
which is in the mountains, and
Oh,
it's a very
beautiful.
big ski area. So I was like, maybe
There you
we
go.
could
There's
just
your
have
retreat.
like a retreat
Hello.
there.
Not Cancun. We'll go to the ski resort.
Great food.
That's
Oh yes, that's true.
that's awesome. So we definitely got to get your company out. And I'll be sharing it, of course, and this podcast will be able to share to whoever and let everybody start hearing about you. Your website's up. I've been looking through that. That looks really good.
We need to update that.
talking
We've
about
got
your
a lot
passion.
of changes to make to the website.
Yeah,
but
we do.
Facebook we stay pretty frequent on Facebook.
Yeah, I would say Facebook is the best way. And also, like, the thing is if you're a small business owner and you're like, I want to help, but I don't know how to help, call us. Because,
Yes.
yeah, like, while it's wonderful that you sponsor, like, let's say, we all get the Little League, jersey requests.
We do
and all
that
of-
too. Yep.
Yeah, it's all of that. But so I did this, like, one project in a locality in New Mexico. So what we did is all the restaurants were getting these sort of, requests. So what we ended up doing was we got them all together and we did a massive request and we did it on behalf of the teams. So what ended up happening is all the teams were outfitted and they were able to regrade, repaint, and refinish all of the benches for the t-ball field that they had in this space. And at the end, the local restaurants took turns running the concession stand.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So, like, everybody won in that particular, like, thing, right? So the kids got the uniforms. The restaurateurs got to, like, get their name out and do the concession. And, like, the community got this, like, really fresh update to their t-ball field.
That's great.
So I feel like that's that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the coordinated effort. And if we can do that and you replicate that,
Yeah.
like, imagine what that's going to look like.
It's definitely a need in this area.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of really good nonprofits in this area that need help or advertising and getting their name out to raise money or do events. And there's a lot of businesses. I think this area is really good about helping, donate, and getting things when they know there's a need.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's
one
great.
of the beautiful things about where we live. Like, not just the drive here,
It was beautiful,
like from
yes.
Roanoke to Bedford. The scenery is gorgeous, but the people are really great.
Yeah.
really great.
This is a great area. Virginia's for lovers. So
Yeah.
we love nonprofits, we love businesses, and we like their businesses helping each other. So this is gonna be awesome to get y'all's name out, and I'll be sharing it, of course. I'm gonna donate to that. I'm gonna take that flyer. Is that a flyer I can take with me so we can share that on other groups I'm in, try to get some people to donate to that.
Please
Yeah,
do.
that'd be great. We appreciate it.
That is great. Thank y'all for coming in today.
Thank you.
That is awesome. So please check out Building Beloved Communities on Facebook, buildingbelovedcommunities.org, and give them a call if you need help in your business or with nonprofits. And let's get this business grown even bigger. And we'll have them on in about 6 weeks, and they're going to have 4 more employees and
Yes.
millions of dollars raised. But
Thank
great
you,
goals.
Brandon.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good week.